All right, this is it. The first podcast to Fall Off Group. What am I dealing with over here? All right. This is gonna be kind of hard to explain because I know there's gonna be a few people who watch this and they have no idea what they're seeing over here. So before we even give you your name, since technically this is gonna go onto a separate channel just for this, explain how you're able to run this system.
How I'm able to run all of this?
Yes, all of that plus.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I got a VR. I got a Valve Index with three Vive trackers, all attached to my body, and yeah.
All right. This is kind of awkward, but I don't really care.
Wait, what do you mean?
First things first.
You told me to explain it.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie with you, the entire point of this podcast was to kind of just do question and errors, but with a bit of improv in it to make it kind of dumb, stupid fun. So I purposely did not plan anything for any questions.
That's fine.
So if you have any questions, go ahead, but I'm gonna start off with what's your name and how did you get it?
So, my name's MegamanMain87, and I chose it because I'm a huge fan of Mega Man, and I happen to use him as a main in Smash Brothers. So I have Mega Man main, and then 87 is 1987. It's a reference to 1987 because that's the year Mega Man 1 came out on the NES. So yeah, that's my name. It's Mega Man Main 87. Everyone calls me Mega though. So if you wanna, if you just wanna call me anything, you can call me Mega. And
All right.
I'll respond.
I actually didn't know about the 87, but that's actually a really good reference now that you bring that up. I think it's a pretty cool reference.
It is. It is.
People don't know me because it's just gonna be this, and I want to link everything. But hello, I'm Reemerd. I like to do a lot of fun, stupid stuff, especially on streams, and I'm currently working on video production recently, especially around the school department. I got my name, honestly, this is Reemerd origin story time. So at the time I used to be called Emerald Gamer, believe it or not. I was the gamer of gamers. I had emeralds in Minecraft, so I went Emerald Gamer. Alright.
I mean, I used to have an old username. I used to be it's AJ High 6. That was the first username I ever used. And that was for, what did I create that for? RuneScape. I created it for RuneScape.
You play RuneScape?
Way back when I was a kid. Yeah, I used to play. I love RuneScape. I haven't played it in years, but I absolutely love RuneScape. I haven't played it in a long time though. So actually, no, it's a lie. I've played a little bit of it, but not too much recently. It looks so much different now. I played when old school RuneScape was normal RuneScape. That's how long ago that's how long ago I used to play.
I think it's time for the first comedic sketch. I'm gonna be throwing out the strong one already. Meet Jared.
Wait, what?
This is Jared. He's
Wait, hold on.
You can't see.
What do you mean me? Oh wait,
you don't know.
I can't see it. Hold on. I just looked at Discord and I see that.
So, Jared, he is very new to he's gonna be our special guest for the day. Isn't that right, Jared?
Yeah.
So, we're gonna put Jared later on in the Q&A. Jared, we're gonna fight.
Just
anyways,
shove him.
Alright. So, back to Reemerd's origin story. Emerald Gamer was looking to create a YouTube channel, alright?
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, my favorite color was green, because emerald, emeralds were green. And if you know me, I am a huge history buff. I love going through history. I love reading it. I love all that stuff. Heck,
too,
that's like whenever
honestly.
I bring up like stories from the past of my life, I put it into eras of my life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, and I was really interested in Vikings at the time. Uh,
Oh.
you could tell by my Discord server, the Anarchal Commune, which has a name for a reason like that later
Wait,
on.
that's a reference to Vikings?
Yeah, so I put
Oh.
Reemerd on there, but if the flag with the bird on it is actually the Vikings flag during around the time France and the Vikings were in the UK at the same time, fighting whatever was there, creating future England.
Oh,
But the
oh.
flag was the Viking flag. It was the Nordic of Nords, you know. And that was
Oh.
really cool. And I was hearing all these names like Gustav and etc. You know. And I was like, if I was gonna create a name, and if I was to live in that period, what would I go by? And I was like, And then I went through a dictionary and I chose a letter, like one out
Mm.
of 26, an R. So I was like, all right, so I have to start with an R, and I
Mm-hmm.
just went Reemerd, and
Oh.
yeah, that's how I got my name, you know.
That's
So
actually kind of interesting.
it is kind of interesting. Yeah.
You know, now that I think about it, just like random, I'm pretty sure I remember exactly where I was when I came up with my username. Originally, I did it for when I created my first like personal email. Um,
Mm.
not like how long ago was that? That was probably I don't know, a good 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. And I was at robotics camp with hanging out with one of my friends. 'Cause I was a mentor, one of my friend mentors, because I was a mentor too. And I was trying to figure out what the heck I wanted to do for my own personal email, so we could talk to each other, without we could talk to each other while we weren't there. And that's what I ended up choosing. Just a random thing. I just wanted to say that because I'm surprised I remembered that.
Mm. That's very interesting. That's very. Also, I'm gonna have to say this because I know one of my family members is gonna watch this and wonder, once again, what is on your side of the screen? Because it's
What do you
like,
mean?
because she's not very tech savvy. She is a very like forward, outgoing person, and doesn't really
Mm-hmm.
understand how VR chat works or internet culture. Heck, I got in trouble for drawing an uwu on my mask one time because she mistook it for something else. So that's the
What
reason I'm wearing
could
a
it have
different
been?
mask.
What could it have? I do I want to know?
You do not
That's the
want to know. You
question.
do not want to know.
All right. Well, I mean, VR is simple when you think about it on paper, but complicated in the actual workings of it. But basically, I have these two little things in my room called base stations, and they send out infrared light, which is a type of light we can't see.
I was talking
It's
more
the
about the
same.
model. If I'm sorry for
Oh,
interrupting. Yeah.
I wish. Okay, my bad. So, so so this game runs on something, an engine called Unity, and I bought a bait like this model as a base, so it was, something that you can take and modify. Um, so I installed the Unity engine creator basically, and took the textures, which is the colors and everything, and I modified them with colors I prefer, which is purple and yellow, and change the entire model to have those colors on them, and then I added in some extra text. I added on text onto here. I added this little bunny. His name is Bun Bun. I like him.
Bun
I
Bun.
love him. He's a little pal. He's
Alright.
on all of my avatars that I
Um,
commonly use.
do you think
I always
Jared could be
have
good
him.
friends with Bun Bun over here? Yeah.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I'm not sure.
Jared,
I mean,
Jared's a very happy person. He's always smiling.
yes, Bun Bun's always happy.
I feel like that
Um,
would be a good mix, two happy people. I think that'd be a fun, chaotic duo going on.
mhm. So yeah, that's kind of how. I mean, that's kind of how the avatar works. Did you want me to explain how the VR works, or?
That's up to you, actually. We have a lot of
I
time
mean,
on our hands, so,
okay.
yeah.
Well, so I kind of start. You see, when I explain things, I end up accidentally going too in depth. But summarization, I have two controllers in my hands, and a huge. It's almost like a brick on my head, that has a screen in it, and the screen has a can projects stuff into my on and towards my eyes, so I can see the world inside, virtual reality. Saying that just sounds really cringy to me. Anyways, and these base stations allow me to track where my head is, where my hands are, and where like my legs and hip are. And the controllers themselves have the ability to track each of my individual fingers. So yeah, that's kind of how that works.
So for
Very,
like
very basic.
every old person right now is like being very thankful. Like, finally, I can understand it. Next up, Rick and Morty.
No, 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 no. No. But yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's the basics.
Speaking of basics, let's start with the basics and how you got here. How do you feel about the Fall Off group as a whole? Because we have a lot more podcasts with a lot more people I'm planning on.
Well, the idea of it, I was actually kind of excited to do it because if we all
together, right?
everyone working together, having a little group project, and it helps everybody grow mutually. You see one person's content, you can also look at this other person. If you want, like when I watch there used to be some YouTubers that I used to watch where, like, I'd watch one person.
Question: Is it Captain Sparkles and like when he was in the group and everything?
No, it's like Mully and your narrator. Do you know those people?
Oh yeah, your narrator
like,
used to used to be friends with Raccoon Eggs. I don't know if they still are or not, but
I don't know. Yeah, but like I found Mully first, and then I was like, I saw there's this other person, your narrator, and I was like, I found their content as well, and I used to watch both of their videos if they did a video on the same topic or like of the same thing that they were doing together. I used to watch both of them because you get different perspectives and different edits and stuff, and it's kind of neat. So I was kind of into the idea of stuff like that, and it helps both of them grow because I subscribe to both of them. And I think it'd be nice to have smaller creators come together just to meet up and try to make each other bigger. I'm not now I don't think about it. Who like, I don't really like using numbers, but like who has the biggest like follower count out of all of us?
I believe that would be Zimp. I haven't spoke to him in a while, I'll be honest with you, but Zimp has like 2K.
2K? What?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like half expecting it to be me because I have almost 200 and I grew like super fast on Twitch.
I could imagine why. I'm struggling over here, on Twitch, YouTube, but I do it because it's fun, entertaining, and at the end of the day, it makes people happy,
Yeah.
We actually got Nady on as well, so he won't be on this podcast, but I'm hopefully bringing him around the next podcast or a podcast,
Yeah.
Nady's a very nice person. He's very chill. Very chill.
Yeah, he is. But he's busy right now, right?
Reason to watch podcast part 2. Podcast episode 2. Nady. Alright.
Yeah.
Hand me all your cybersecurity info?
What? No. Wait, no, I don't have it on this dang it. I don't have it on this avatar. But I could combat. I would be able to combat you if I use a different avatar.
All right.
Because the other one has the Mega Buster on it.
Well, why would I want to let you counter? That's the real question going on over here. Why would I want to let you counter? You know, I have the gun. I have the comedic gun. What are you reaching for? Hands up.
My water. See, it's my water.
All right, I'm gonna let you have one last sip.
No, I get more sips. I don't know why saying that just makes me laugh. No, I get the more sip.
I get the more sip. Yeah, you have a choice in the matter. Yes, I'm just gonna take a more sip. What is? You're held at gunpoint. I'm gonna take another sip, even though it's...
No, you cannot dictate how many sip I take. I take a more sip.
I will let you rob me out of my own sip. Alright. I've added a bit of fun on me. This is actually probably a bit that's a bit too stroby in my opinion. There we go. So I have even more lights on the screen right now to draw attention. Get that attention span.
So it's
up,
like drawing attention.
It's kind of hard to rival. Yeah, it's kind of hard to rival against whatever the freak color dopamine everywhere. You know.
I mean, yeah, it's like
that
either...
could be taken out of context.
Can it?
I don't know.
I don't really think so. But...
I don't think so.
Yeah. So what other questions?
Honestly, that's a tough one. Like I said, this has been improv. If you have any questions, lay it on me.
I mean, what's your? I mean, I know we like you mentioned this thing like this whole Fall Off group thing a while back, like a few months ago, and I was like. As time went on, I was kind of wondering, like, when's something gonna happen? Or are we gonna, like, you know?
That's kind of the hard thing, actually. So I'm gonna assume your question here is like, what do you plan with Fall Off Group, or like, what do you want to do with Fall Off Group? You had the beginning spot on, really. It was like I wanted to create a group with a bunch of friends, work together collaboratively on expanding and growing and making sure everyone's having fun along the way, because at the end of the day you may not be successful, but as long as you have fun with it, you're fine, you know. You at least had fun. And with Fall Off Group, it's been really hard. Fall Off Group has been falling off its pedestal that I've been trying to set for it, you know. I'm terrible at puns.
Yeah.
But the goal was to be more around a friend group that likes to, you know, do stuff together. Like, hey guys, I need help recording a video on, say, blank game. You know, does anyone want to be there to help me? Or like, I'm gonna do a live stream. Can someone help me so we can make this slightly more make it more entertaining for the audience? You know, like,
yeah.
Let's take a good example. I don't want to say a big YouTuber because, like, it feels weird saying it on a recording. Like, oh, that's a freaking Tommy Innit thing or whatever, you know? You get what I mean? Where it's like Tommy Innit does that. But it's like, let me use an old example. Do you remember Sky Does Minecraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember when you had like a big group together? You know that thing?
Not really. Again, I never really watched.
How about currently, like Tommy Innit, Wilburset, Philza, all them?
I do like Wilbur, but I haven't watched them for a while. I think I watched a lot of his stuff before he started doing like this more recent bigger collaborations with other people. Like I used to watch his 100 players in a Minecraft situation. I love those videos. It's like my favorite.
Communism.
Like, you know, like I think like, you know, they have like the 100 players in a lab test or an anthill or like, you know, all those ones are so fun. But again, I haven't watched his more recent stuff. Like I haven't really
He hasn't
watched
been
any video.
uploading much on YouTube, but he's been doing a
He
lot on
hasn't.
stream.
Yeah, I haven't been watching this. I'm not. I am. This. I like streaming, but I am not really a stream watcher. I'm really not a stream watcher.
That's a yikes on
I don't know why.
I understand why, because at a certain point everything just gets boring when you do it. You know? Like
Yeah.
when you watch through, not only do you feel the cringe of rewatching what you did and every mistake you made, right?
Well, I don't mind. I don't know. Here's the weird thing. I don't like really watching just streams of other. Well, I mean, like I do sometimes, depending on what they're doing, or if I'm having like a conversation with them in the Twitch chat. But like, I typically don't really watch streams, or unless it's. I don't know. There's a few exceptions. There's a few exceptions that I will like where I'd watch like rewatch VODs and stuff of streamers, but for the most part, I'm not a stream watcher.
See, like,
But the thing is, I like rewatching it myself play through things.
got
I
an
used
ego,
to.
huh? You got an ego, huh?
No, I really don't. I push myself down.
Love
below
watching
others.
yourself.
No, I just like I used to before way before I started doing streaming. I'm talking years ago. Well, up until like maybe last year, I got OBS solely for the purpose of just recording myself playing games, just for fun, and then rewatching them later. Like I'd put them on my phone or something while I was falling asleep. And just having something there to just like listen
Like
to
white
while I fall
noise.
asleep. Kind of, yeah, but like, or if I'll record them because just in case something funny happens, I get to like rewatch it, or if I want to show someone it, I'd be like, hey, look at this funny thing that happened the other day, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I've done recording of myself way before I ever started doing streaming.
Alright, because this is like different entirely for me, because like I know you do like comfort streams, right? You like very relaxed, very chill.
Yeah. I mean,
that's where, like, when I stream, I want it constantly doing something fun, you know? Because
yeah.
as a person who watches streams, I don't dislike comfort streams at all. It's just not my thing. I don't like the awkward, long bits of silence, which is a struggle I have with like on this podcast
that I don't like
a few
either.
times, and like when I do a live stream on Twitch or whatever, it's not very much my thing.
That's the thing. I don't like the long pauses either. Usually, my goal, like the one thing I'm trying to strive for, is to be able to get enough of an audience in my streams, like enough active chatters and stuff like that, where I can like just have a conversation with my Twitch chat while I'm playing a game.
God bless Spacey on mine. Thank you very much for the conversations. God bless you, Spacey. You know who you are, because you're probably gonna watch this later and be like, "Oh my God, that's me."
Okay.
Yeah, you'll know. You'll know what I mean. You'll know what I mean. All right.
Okay.
Mark my words.
Alrighty. But yeah, that's like my ultimate goal, and it's something I really want. But it's just been hard to, and I haven't really been able to find the right kind of game to have that happen. Because here's the thing, VR chat is like the main thing that I want to be streaming.
Yeah.
But the one thing I've been having for the past few months, a problem was with being able to wanting to stream it, is that I just don't know what to do in VR chat anymore, really. I don't have enough viewers, really, to just kind of sit there and just talk, which I want, and I also have over 2,200 hours in this game. Ooh. I have seen so many worlds. I know like probably over 60% of the game worlds and it's like I've seen it all, I've played it all, so doing something interactive and fun for people to watch me do is kind of like can't really find it. Something that I would enjoy doing, but at the same time other people can enjoy watch me doing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, me and Jared can agree with you on that one. Yeah, bud.
But so that's been my issue. And there are so many games that are not VR chat or even not even VR games that I really want to play because I really enjoy them and I feel like they'd be fun streams, but then my viewership is all way down on those, which is weird. And one thing, my last stream that I did, I played VR chat for a few hours, and I ended up having to switch because my PC was being really weird, or my Steam VR was being really weird with me, and it kept like, I don't really know how to explain it. It kept thinking that my hand controllers were just disappearing, and it kept swapping, and since these disappeared, it would make like one of my feet trackers my hands, and then the other foot tracker would be my hip or something stupid, something weird like that. It would basically mix up all my tracking points. And it kept happening over and over, and I had no idea why. So I was just like, you know what? Eventually, the game crashed at one point, and I was like, screw it. I'm switching to hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. And I watched... Huh?
Sorry, like, you froze up there for a second. The audio is still gone. Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. So I switched over to hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades, which is, which is a VR shooting game, single player. It's just kind of a fun thing to do. And I noticed my views were like, my viewers were way up, and I was like by like 3 or 4, and I was like, what's going on? Why is it so high when it's not VR chat? It's never like that. VR chat's always had the highest viewership on my channel, so I was confused. And the other thing is I polled my Discord server for what people wanted me to play, and VR chat and H3 were on that list, and VR chat outvoted H3. So I really don't understand what happened.
See, this is like your audience, like when they're active on Discord, but they're not active in your streams, is what I'm kind of hearing out here.
That's another thing.
So like, I don't know what to really say there because I don't really experience that issue since I handle it in a very different sense. If we want to go by my most watched streams, it would be Minecraft and Team Fortress 2. But if we're going by what I want to play, I play whatever I want, and it just so happens I like Minecraft and TF2 a lot, you know? Like, I remember doing a campaign in Rome Total War 2, and like, it wasn't my best audience retainer-wise, but, it's all, for me, it's all about having fun. If you're not having fun, you're not being entertaining, right?
Yes. Keep going, because I have I have an example of just that same instance.
So it's not that it's not that I don't care for the audience and what the audience wants, but if it's affecting me mentally, for example, like I was about to say an example, but I forgot. But if it affects me mentally, I'm not gonna stream it because I'm already have a burnout on it. You don't want to see a less me in a sense. You don't want to see a faker me when I do those things, and I want to be genuine about whenever I'm streaming. That's why I'm always so happy. I'm always doing that. Like, I have my character and everything. I'm a very happy-go-lucky person in like my streams. In a sense, it's like putting on like a character, right? But like, it's not entirely fake. There's a lot of genuine in me in that character. It's just sometimes I'm chill, but most of the time on stream I'm not, and when I am chill, it's mostly because it's a grindy thing, and my character and I get bored. It's like having a two personality thing going on. Mamma mia. With that, if you want to explain your example before I go more in depth, be my guest.
Yeah, okay, so one of my all-time favorite streaming series that I've done so far, was of Half-Life Alyx.
Ooh.
Actually. Half-Life Alyx
I haven't gotten to play that.
Oh, Well, I got the game, right?
Yeah.
And I really need to do this more often, but, well, I have been sort of doing it. Well, there's a couple other things, well, one other thing that I can think of that I've done this with, but, getting a game and then not playing it until I stream it, so I can share my first-hand, my first
I love
time
that
experience.
Right there. I love that. I do
I
not
did it
do
with
that at all.
I I did it with Half-Life Alex, and it was oh my god.
It was so fun.
Best 3 streams that I think I've ever most for me enjoyable, like having fun. Those were the 3 most fun streams that I've ever done because it was just
it was genuine. It was real.
It was genuinely
you know?
just an amazing experience. The game, people watching me just go through, especially like the only one that survives on my channel that I saved as a highlight, which I didn't do. This was actually the first thing. It's like probably the first highlight I have on my channel is probably the last stream I did of Half-Life Alex, which was, the ending, and I was, you could see you were able to just watch me react and be speechless, especially with the ending. Oh my god, the ending was absolutely crazy.
I got to watch it through YouTube.
What?
I got to watch the ending through YouTube, so I got IGN over here.
Oh, you spoiled yourself with it.
I ain't gonna buy the game. I can't. I don't have the specs on my freaking.
I suppose.
My literally one earphone VR thing going on, because it popped off and I can't fix it. So.
Oh yeah, I've bought replacement headpiece or head things for my VR. I want the original ones because the original ones were just so high quality. But anyways, that's off topic. Again, it was my favorite. I have a bunch of clips from that stream. It was talking, especially, oh my god, with the thing, Mike, right?
Yeah, Mike.
He watched I think he was there every single one of my streams that I did Half-Life Alyx, and every single time I picked up one of the pieces of resin, the little things you use to upgrade your guns.
Yeah.
Every single time I picked one up, he would always in chat say how many I had at the moment.
Say again?
Oh, so every time I picked a new piece of resin up, he would always say how many I had in chat. Like, he would always just say the number. So, like, if I picked up one...
That's so nice of Mike. Oh my god.
I mean,
so
granted,
pleasant.
there's a thing that displays how many you have.
Yeah.
But still, it was just so funny.
So nice.
Every single time I picked it up. It was only about, like, maybe 5 or so times in the entire game where he didn't, he didn't actively say it. But the fact that he kept doing it just made me realize that he was watching. He was actively watching it, and that made me feel really, really, really good. And it was it was amazing.
Like that brings up a great thing. I don't know about you, but like for me, the money, if I ever became big, yes, it would be nice, right? But the main reason I would want the money is so I could do that as a career path. Because at the end of the day, it's like making people smile that makes you want to do your job, right? I don't want to be just like, I'm in it for the money. If I was going to do that, I would have been a kids channel freaking doing Lego openings.
Oh, gosh.
It's not my thing. I want to see people smile and I want to see people happy.
That's the thing that I have to really consider because, I've thought about this because... As much as I would love to do streaming as a full-time job, and because it's just, I'm doing, my dad has always told me, if you choose the right job, work doesn't feel like work.
Exactly.
So you have to find something that you genuinely enjoy doing and stick with it, and then if you do, it doesn't feel like work anymore. It just feels like something you enjoy, and I enjoy playing video games. And the fact that I would be able to share my experiences with video games with others and make money off of it. Again, I'm not saying like that's why I want to do it. I'm doing it because again, my main reason is because I just want to I love
Having a fun
playing
time.
something and having people watch me play it. Just commenting on it and making conversations out of it. That
You want to be
feeling
the talk of the town, huh?
in a way, kind of, but like not kind of, but like the being able to just, have people watch something, watch you do something that you're actively, doing, which I said that terribly. Doing that is just something that like I that's why I stream. What are you doing?
On the on the topic of dads, I'm actually it's really nice, at least for me. My dad, he's a radio man. He's a radio worker. He works in the radio industry. He's a very audio person. He's a very confident person. He's very confident. Like what he could say would go. It goes words. It goes past the words. Like its meaning.
Hold on. Where?
And like this is how I'm able to get my like stuff. For example, you see this microphone? This is like a hand-me-down that I got.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
This like the most thing that he's gotten me is this computer, and I use that every day because what I do and what I like to do involves the computer, and it's like all that, you get it, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I want to sit in this room all day and do nothing. No, I head outside from time to time. I do all these other things, but like what I love to do is what I love to do, and that's why I like do this. I like talking to friends. I like one thing I do a lot. You haven't experienced this yet since we haven't talked. Like we haven't not talked in a very long time. But I like to go through like my friends list of like people I met in game, and just restart conversations with them.
Oh.
I love going back and like wondering how did we become friends again. And it's always fun. It's always fun because like 90% of the time when I reconnect with someone, we instantly just like go back to what it was like. Where it's like you start off with a positive thing, you friend each other, that's already like a sign, that it was pretty nice. So you come back, it's just already a positive start to like a conversation.
Yeah.
But,
and
But my dad recently got a podcast set, and I'm kind of jealous.
Oh, dang.
I just like see all this professional stuff. I'm like, please hand me down.
I mean,
please.
Here. I mean, you don't know what I got. I got a Dell G7 laptop. It's not a bad laptop. It's a good laptop. But I have a Dell G7 laptop. I use a built-in microphone. I used to use an Office mouse, by the way. Just two clicky buttons and a scroll wheel. That's all it had.
Yeah.
And I sat in a fold-up chair at a 20-plus-year-old desk.
Bro, fold up chair. Hold up. Respect my fold-up chair game.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, now I don't have now I have a chair. I got like it's an office chair. It's not that great, but it's kind of squeaky, but it's still nice. But yeah, I don't have any equipment really.
Yeah.
I really don't.
What I see is what I have. Besides the piano, you guys can't see that, but.
And I was also gonna say, the one thing that I've been, in terms of like the whole job thing. The one thing that I'm like kind of at odds with is right now I'm in college. This is where, I go to school to get educated, to do some, a higher, to actually get a job for life. And I want to be like a computer engineer. But then it's like, if I have an actual job, what am I going to do about my whole, playing games with friends, doing streaming, hanging out? It's like all that's gonna just
go away.
Might just disappear.
It might.
So it's like, well, yeah, it depends.
It's a really hard decision there.
And it's like, yeah, I can't. I don't know what I want to do.
See,
I
like,
don't.
for me, a lot of my free time is like talking with friends, and that's something I really like to do, especially.
Mhm.
But like, I'm currently in a state where I could look for a job if I really wanted to right now,
Mhm.
you know, and I'm very much considering it so I could up the quality of this. But like, you said it yourself, like you're in college and everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want to head to college. I want to do all that, but at the same time, it's like, when am I going to make time for this in the future? Because I love doing this just as much.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know how you said it depends if I have the free time or not
Yeah, it
later?
depends if you have the free
Like,
time.
I have a job right now. I work, but but it's a retail job at Home Depot. I work as a cashier. Like, I had work today. I had a 6-hour, 7-hour shift. But, and I'm here right now. I have my free time. But the thing is, compare that to my dad's an electrical engineer. He works like, he works half the time. He works 5 days a week. The other half is he works every single day of the week, even when he's home on the weekends. He'll be down in his
Yeah,
office doing work, and
I've
he does not get a lot of
I
free
feel
time.
my dad, he has a lot. He
So,
does not. Like, when he's home,
mhm,
that is his relaxed state. Like, the moment he gets home for him, he's gonna relax somewhere because of how much he works. And even then, he still
mhm,
goes, because we have a staircase that leads upwards, right? And you know how there's
mhm.
a closet, right, in the staircases? Like, you know, Harry
Uh,
Potter's freaking first. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So for him, that's like his work office in home.
Oh,
He's like, so it's like there's no good way to for him to calm down, and that's why he's wanted to go back into the office so badly during quarantine, because he doesn't want his home, which is like his relaxation spot,
oh, to be like
to be
tainted
his
in a
work.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, why would you want to
yeah,
do that?
yeah. That's
For example,
understandable.
like, for me, since this is a leisure, I don't mind putting like my bed behind me and sleeping here. But say if I did this for a job, right? I did this for
Mhm.
money, and
Yeah.
I'm technically stressed out about it. Why would I want to sleep here? Because for
Right
me,
next
this,
to the
yeah,
place where
why,
you
where you would be,
spend hours
yeah.
at it. Yeah.
Luckily,
Actually, I have a.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There's
Go
a,
on, if you want.
I remember watching the freaking Chuckle Sandwich podcast about that with like Tommy in it, and he's like, he started sleeping on somewhere else because
Oh, wow.
because he couldn't freaking think of his room as his room anymore and more of a set. I'm like, holy,
Wow.
that's why he's currently in an office.
Dang.
Yeah.
Um, and that reminds me. So there's a YouTuber I watch, Categoris, and I remember he had this one video, it was like controversial gaming opinions or something, or on my unpopular gaming opinions, and the number one unpopular gaming opinion he had was that he prefers consoles over PC, and the reason for that is because he spends hours and hours and hours and hours at his computer doing editing
Yeah.
and all this, and he's like, and he's like, do PCs technically do more than consoles? Yes. Do they have more variability? Yes. Do
Yes.
they have, you know,
Yeah, I
but
understand where this is going.
he finds being able to just lying down on the couch with a controller in your hand, looking at the TV playing something, is just a lot more relaxing and enjoyable for him, because that way he's not at his desk where he
Hmm.
does his
All his
work,
work.
listening to the computer, fans, and clicking and typing and all that. It's just away from that, and he prefers to do it on consoles. And honestly, I can like semi agree with that in terms of not really necessarily associating computer with work, but like, in my opinion, I
The
think
space with work.
doing yeah, just doing things. I much prefer doing things, sitting on a bed instead of in a chair, or sitting on a couch instead of in a chair. Um,
I like to
but so
differentiate because, like, the moment I sit in a chair, it's like I go from me to character me, and it's like,
interesting.
yeah, like the moment I sit down in this in this foldable chair, it's like my snap switch, you know.
Yeah. And what was I gonna? I don't remember what I
Yeah,
was gonna say.
you didn't know what you were gonna say. Jared, do you have any questions? Jared.
No, not really.
Why do you talk like that, Jared? You don't have that voice. You sound very, if not the exact same way to me.
I don't know, man. Different characteristics or something.
You're very adamant about this.
Yeah, you got a problem with it, buckaroo?
What accent are you doing?
1930 smoker.
Oh,
What? Okay.
go smoke your cigars somewhere else, I guess.
What else is it? I'm trying to. I still can't remember.
Do you mind if I just like start a topic if you don't mind?
Yeah.
While you think of this.
Yeah. I'm probably never gonna remember it anyways. Most likely. Who knows? You can
Alright.
say your topic though.
All right, like let's start off with this. Like to a PC and everything, what do you use as an editor? Because I use DaVinci Resolve. You know.
I do too, but I've literally only edited about three
Things.
times, and that was for Instagram.
Hmm.
Can I also say, by the way, I hate how you can't post stuff on Instagram unless you're on the phone. I have tried to do it on the website. You literally cannot do it on the website.
See,
on
that's
your
where
PC.
TikTok does it better.
That's kind of true, but I'm like, it's so annoying because I have to like, if I want to post. Actually, I haven't posted to Instagram in several months. Actually, ever since I've started work, I think I don't.
You
think
don't
I've
post
posted.
on that, yeah.
I haven't posted on Instagram because I've just been forgetting about it because it's so much work. Because you have to, if I want to take a picture from VRChat, I have to take the picture, plug in my phone,
Yeah.
copy it over to my phone. Create, and then I have to go to Instagram, pick
See-
out the picture, create a caption and whatever,
See,
put the
for
tags
me-
in, and then I can post it. And it's like, it's so much work
Just
just,
for
to
one
do
little
one thing. I used to do it every single time I did streams, and I stopped doing that because it was just.
Have you not
I
linked
couldn't-
your Twitter account to your streams, man? I don't know, man.
I don't use my Twitter.
Well, yeah, but that's a good way to start activity back up in it. You know, just like.
I
post a
suppose
few-
I
yeah.
should really make a separate Twitter for.
Yeah,
my
you
streams,
definitely
though, because-
should. Definitely.
Yeah.
Um.
Wait, how do you wait? What? I mean, have you seen my Twitter?
Yes.
You have. Okay.
Remember,
Yeah,
I friended you on it. Followed you, and then you followed me back, making it.
Oh, right,
making it
yeah.
different.
I mainly just use them on my phone just to see people.
I'm
Some
joking.
of my friends post.
By the way, you don't know this. To the people who don't know, I do not actually own a Twitter.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I do not own a Twitter. It's a really long joke. I like to keep. I wanna express this because I know my family member watching this is gonna be like, he has a goddamn Twitter account. No, I love doing long jokes. You know, long-term jokes. For example,
Here's a
I've been starting one on my YouTube channel where every time a video comes out, a reference to taxes, or me just saying taxes at least one time in the video is gonna be the long-term joke there.
That's
So what I'm
interesting.
for live streaming, my joke is Twitter, that I have a Twitter account.
I feel like I have something similar, but I don't. If anything, the joke is people donate to me every single stream. Although that hasn't happened in a while. It used to be the joke. Every single stream, someone donates something money wise to me, and I'm like,
Simpage. I'm sorry, I had to do it to the boys like that.
that's fine.
What's it called? I have a TikTok account though. And for me, whenever I like manage it, I do like first thing that pops in my head. I just go, hey, I can make a TikTok about that, and then I just go do it. Because that's kind of the brain waves I get. If I don't do it, I'm gonna forget about it.
Yeah. The
And
only
it's
thing
actually
is-
been working pretty well lately, and it's just kind of fun. Because
Yeah.
I know I won't be big on TikTok anytime. So doing these dumb jokes and just seeing people smile about it has gone well. Like the most popular thing I've done is duet something.
Mhm.
And even then I just go, why did this deserve that much? Was it because of how TikTok's algorithm works? Because I make so much more different, funnier stuff.
Yeah. I I'm like not really sure if I would ever make a TikTok. Mostly because one, you know, it's TikTok, and
There's
you know,
actually
not
take this from
not
me
not
as a person that has the TikTok algorithm up my freaking phone right now.
huh?
There is a lot of femboy. There is a lot of lack of femboy, but whatever there is a femboy gets a lot of like. Plus,
That's
if it's a
true.
model, like your model right now,
Really? So if
yeah,
it's something like this, it's not.
it's probably gonna blow up really quickly.
Really? You think so?
I really do think so. I really do
Mm.
think so.
But on the other hand, it's like TikTok. It's like, you know, that Chinese company data
In my
steal. I mean,
defense, in my opinion, whenever I see a social media, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, I'm already giving them my information. What makes
fair
TikTok so different?
enough.
What
I
makes TikTok
suppose.
so different?
Yeah, fair enough, I guess. But like, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't
And
know.
hey, if
I
worse
think.
things comes to worse,
Mhm.
if say the U.S. became Chinese at some point, which very likely wouldn't happen as nuclear war would break out, but say it did, they have a profile on me already. It's just gonna make it so much quicker to go through everything. You know? It's like, oh, hello. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to say.
Hello.
That's not. I wanted to say hello, but I was like breathing it, so it came out as like hello. It's like, oh no, that could be taken wrong.
Oh.
But like, hello. State your name, and I like state my name, and they go through the freaking whatever software algorithm stuff or whatever, and they're like, oh yes, you're this person from blank 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 blank. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, have fun with whatever you're doing then. We already have the profile on you. We're not gonna put you into like some separate line to build a profile on you.
I think I might get more involved in the social media stuff once I'm done with work and I start school again. And the reason I say that is honestly, right now, I just want my work to be over and I want school to start because I have okay, so this is technically my 3rd year in college, but
But
I
do
have
you mind
only
if I ask what do you major in?
computer engineering technology. Well, yeah, computer engineering technology, though it used to be electrical and computer engineering, but I switched majors because of one class, and that's Calculus 2. Calculus 2 sucks, and I hate it. I hate Calculus 2 so much. I took it 2 times, and I failed both times. I hate it. I hate it. Calculus 1, that's fine. Calculus 2 absolutely sucks. I hate it. Anyways, this is technically my 3rd year in college. I have only been on campus for 1 semester, and I have gone. This is going to be my 6th. No, hold on. Let's see,
6th, 7th,
2,
8th,
3,
7
4,
semesters.
5th.
Four,
Hold on, 5th.
Fifth semester.
5th. I'm good at counting. This is my 5th semester. I have only had 1 of those.
You say you're
on
good at
campus.
counting, but you like pulled out your fingers there.
What do you? Exactly. I mean, that's how you count, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, 5th semester, and I've only had 1 on campus, and it's I hated online. Online was awful, absolutely dreadful. But
See-
that one semester that I had on campus, I had met new friends. I've made friends, and the fact that being in a college setting is definitely a really nice experience. Going
Would
going
recommend
to
10 out of 10, maybe. We'll put it down to an 8. College debt's kind of bad, though.
it is, but like my parents are paying for tuition, so
Ooh.
that's only if I get good grades though. They are very close to pulling the pin on it though.
Keep your grades up.
I know. They have not been good. Credit wise, I'm still a freshman. That's how bad I've been doing. That's how bad I've been doing. It's
Yikes.
It's really bad.
Yeah, you need to like pull that up.
I know.
Alright, because like, I'm switching it to the high school now. I'm switching it backwards. We're going backwards for me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm junior. I'm junior year. I'm not even senior yet. Like freshman year was like looking around and exploring, right? I passed it. I passed what I needed to pass. Everything was like, we're going on to sophomore year, and that's when COVID hit.
Dang. Yeah.
And do we need the sip moment? Yeah, that was a sip moment.
Yes. That was a sip moment.
All right. We're almost done. The podcast I will try and make 1 hour. Then I gotta get back to whatever I'm doing over here. So we have 4 minutes.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
we'll probably just end it here. However, with things sophomore year, I looked at everything. And with sophomore year, I'm like, what if I do this, this, and that? And like, for example, I took an AP Euro history last year, sophomore year, during online, because they made everything so much simpler and easier. I was able to get things done, and I was able to like play more games. I was able to do more recording. I was able to do all this stuff extra, and then now coming back to it, it's just like, all right, well, this is my socializing chance now, and I always just found a use for it and kept going.
I assume history is one of those classes where you really don't have to pay attention.
No, you do.
But
It
you just, like-
depends. It depends. If you know the subject, you don't have to pay attention at
For
all.
me, history in high school was it just was second nature to me, and I didn't really have to pay attention in class. I sometimes played video games on my on my laptop when it was in class. That was like the class where I was like, oh, okay, here's like the sort of free period but not free period class where I could play video games on my laptop. I ace history classes. It just comes naturally to me.
I'm now taking
It's
like
weird.
AP coding this year because I took coding last year.
Coding.
I'm learning
I love coding.
I'm also taking like multimedia and like post-production stuff
Oh,
because
wow.
I want to go into college, because where I live, it's very heavily incentivized, especially with the state, on movie production. And
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, like my state is one of the cheapest when it comes to movie production. And so I'm like, my college very much encourages movie production, so I'm like, I'm already doing that stuff, you know. I'm making videos, recording a podcast, for crying out loud. You know,
Yeah.
it's just gonna really smoothly enter from what I'm setting up, because I'm always the setup, but not too far. You know, like I'll set up in the future, so if something does happen, sure, it goes down, but not by much.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
I don't know. With 2 minutes left in the podcast, do you want to wrap it up with some conclusion? We kind of went everywhere, but this is more of an introduction.
Yeah, and that's good. It was that's what I was hoping for. I had a good time actually. I actually really enjoyed this.
I did too. It was pleasant. We learned a bit.
Pleasant
we learned
conversations.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. It was great. Well,
Next
I guess.
time, don't write script.
Well, write a base script. Just write like a general. You gotta
Theme.
just do like a couple talking points, a couple questions, and then you build the rest of the podcast off of those base questions.
Yeah.
Like connections and stuff.
All right. We have
But
30 seconds left.
all right. Well, I mean, thank you for.
Thank you for watching,
interviewing me
guys.
there.
Thank you all very much. Please comment who would like to see next, Zimp or Nady. How about that? Thank you all so much for
And-
watching. You could find Mega on Twitch as Megaman87 and on YouTube.
Mega Man Main 87.
Mega Man Main, oh my bad. You could find me as Reemerd on Twitch and YouTube. This will be posted on the Fall Off Group YouTube channel. I don't know. I'll make it up. If not, you'll see this on my channel, Reemerd. In the meantime, peace.
Bye bye.